Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day in Cullowhee. I'm Jamie Rayner. I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice Chancellor for Advancement here at Western Carolina University. And I also have the honor of welcoming you to Planting Day. Today marks the 4th annual Planting Day here at WCU, which is a day of celebration. We are here to celebrate you and the impact that your philanthropy has on this university and its mission for providing life-changing opportunities for students. We specifically gather today to celebrate members of the Madison Legacy Society and the Cullowhee Society. These giving societies recognize lifetime giving to WCU and the critical role that philanthropy plays in making the transformative power of higher education a possibility for our deserving students. If you're not sure what those two societies are, I'll let you know a little bit more about them. The Madison Legacy Society acknowledges donors who have made planned gifts to the university or to the WCU Foundation, while the Cullowhee Society recognizes donors who have given a cumulative gift amount of $100,000 or more over their lifetime. I've often said that Planting Day is an apt metaphor for the work that we do here at WCU, as we are growing our students daily. So thank you. Your gifts are part of that nurturing and the care and cultivation necessary for them to mature and flourish, to bear fruit and be successful members of our society, and to become firmly rooted as professionals and leaders in their communities. On behalf of the Division of Advancement and all of Western Carolina University, I thank you for helping our garden grow. And now I'm going to turn it over to Kathy Greeley, Cullowhee Society member, gardening extraordinaire, and WCU Chair of our Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Jamie. It is my pleasure today to bring you greetings from the Board of Trustees and to thank all of you on the board's behalf for your generous gifts to the university. The impact of lifelong support for WCU by members of the Madison Legacy Society and the Cullowhee Society is truly amazing to witness. Today, the Madison Legacy Society has 178 members, some of whom are with us today. As a reminder, and as Jamie said, this society recognizes donors who have made planned gifts to the University Foundation. The Cullowhee Society, which recognizes donors with cumulative giving totaling $100,000 or more, today has 272 members. These 390 donors have given totaling, Jamie wants me to do a drum roll, $109,873,659.27 to be exact. As one example of your impact, last year, more than 6,617 students at Western Carolina University applied for scholarships. Out of that number, 1,645 students received scholarship support from donors like each of you. That is 1,645 students whose lives have been forever changed for the better through the power of philanthropy. I'll share a few words from student Jaden Brown, who was the recipient of the Whitehead Family Fine and Performing Arts Scholarship. Jaden said, and I quote, "This scholarship is a step toward my lifelong goal of being a music educator. I plan to go on to graduate school. I feel that high school teachers can be some of the most influential people in a student's life, and I want to be part of that movement. This scholarship support means that I will be able to continue my education with less financial strain in the future. I truly cannot express how grateful I am to be chosen to receive this scholarship. End of quote. I hope you see that students who benefit from your generosity, students like Jaden, truly do appreciate what you're doing and your support for them. I now want to direct your attention to the back of the program where you will find our donor planting map showing locations of this year's native planting. These will be planted in their optimal season here on campus. They will continue to grow and enhance our campus just as your gifts continue to grow and sustain our student body. We hope you will enjoy seeing these native plants on our beautiful campus as you return for many years to come, and take pleasure in knowing that they are here in your honor for everyone to enjoy. Now, in addition to representing the Board of Trustees and handling some housekeeping matters, I also have the privilege to speak to you today as a donor and a member of the Cullowhee Society. As you know, Western Carolina is in the early stages of our comprehensive campaign christened Fill the Western Sky. This campaign is currently nearing the end of its leadership phase, with a public launch on the calendar for this fall. My husband, Wells, and I recently made our leadership gift to Fill the Western Sky. This gift is established in an endowment that will provide support to the university's interior design program in perpetuity. Now, for those of you who may not know, my husband, Wells, is a gopher, a Minnesota Golden Gopher. And that is because Wells graduated and played football at the University of Minnesota. But I want to thank Wells for being so enthusiastic about our gift to WCU and becoming an adopted Catamount. But when you think about this, I can't imagine anyone in this room who would not rather be a mighty catamount than a pesky gopher. We selected the interior design program in the Belcher College of Fine and Performing Arts for our campaign gift because of my experiences there set me on the road to a very rewarding career in interior design. I'm a two-time alumni of this institution where I earned both my bachelor's and master's degree in interior design. Thanks to the education that I received here at Western Carolina University, I have enjoyed a 40-plus year design career. I can't stress how much WCU faculty members had a positive impact on my career and how they have shaped my life both personally and professionally. I was an undergraduate student in a personal crisis after my father died 4 days after college started for me. I am so thankful that interior design faculty member Jane Hyatt, which some of you probably remember, took me under her wing and helped me navigate those difficult early days of my college career. She continued to mentor me over the next 4 years as I completed my bachelor's degree. Later, while working on my master's degree at Western Carolina University, faculty members Michael Lee and his wife Sherry pushed me beyond my comfort level. They made me keenly aware of the importance of a design qualification exam. Michael said to me one day, "You are going to take the NCIDQ exam." And I said, "Oh, I don't think I want to do that." And he said, "That wasn't a question, it was a statement." So he also helped me, they helped me to realize the importance of professional qualification and professional organizations. He and Sherry loaded me up in their station wagon along with my big wooden drafting board and drove me to Charlotte, to UNC Charlotte, where the exam was given. And they let me sleep all the way back after that day. And while working on my master's degree, Judy Dow guided me to successfully write my thesis, which I thought was an absolutely, completely impossible chore. She's remained a lifelong friend and a source of encouragement to me to this day. It would be an understatement to say that Western Carolina University has had a major impact on me both personally and professionally. I often say that Western Carolina University changes lives, and it has certainly changed mine. I would never have dreamed that I would A, be on the Board of Trustees at Western, or B, be the chairman of the Board of Trustees, and that all goes back to my time here at Western. And it is my hope that our wealth and my gift will inspire others to endow scholarships in areas of your own personal passions, because I am so appreciative of what the university has done for my career in interior design. It is our intention that our gift will be used for students with access to opportunities to study abroad. I hope that as a result of these opportunities, students will be able to fulfill their passions, follow their dreams, and enjoy long and successful, joyful design careers. The reason for this emphasis is that my own personal opportunities to travel internationally throughout my career have galvanized my passion for design and have greatly influenced my design aesthetic. I hope that Western Carolina's students will be similarly motivated by their exposure to a wealth of history, art, and design from around the world. I feel so fortunate to be able to give back to a place that has left such a mark on my life and to participate in the Fill the Sky campaign. And I do want to remind you that your involvement in this campaign is very critical to its success. As members of the Madison Legacy Society and the Cullowhee Society, you already have shown that you believe in the importance of philanthropy to this university and to each and every one of our students. I encourage you to continue to demonstrate generosity through your participation in this campaign. It is going to take each and every one of us in this room to make that successful. Together, we can and will meet our campaign goal for the good of our students. Thank you. And on that note, I will give you our Chancellor, Kelly Brown.
Thank you, Chair Greeley. I love hearing that story. That is always such a good story to hear. So thank you. Thank you all for joining us today, and especially the donors that are with us. Your generosity and support of Western Carolina University is providing the margin of excellence for our students, and we are so grateful to each and every one of you. This event is to honor the seeds you sow for the future by investing the education of those who will carry on our traditions and communities and the rich rewards your plantings reap. In the spirit of honor, I'd like to recognize this year's new members of our giving societies, and please hold your applause until all are recognized. I know some of these folks that are on here, some that might hear, I'll probably try to find you and look at you in the room and those kinds of things. If you're here, if you want to raise your hand or whatever, that's fine. But we'll hold our applause until we're all done. First, the Cullowhee Society Bluette Circle, Doug Bailey and Katie O'Mara. Civil Design Concepts with Patrick Bradshaw. The estate of Charles Lumbar Cobb, Anna Fentress, Kathy and Wells Greeley, Robert Haynes, David and Lisa Hill, Scott and Cindy Hummel, Jim Moore, John Teeter, Robert and Miriam Vanoy, H.B. and Cecilia Whirl, Randy White and Kim Hunter, Fred Wolf, James and Jane Wood, and the estate of Robert Cogden. Let's give them a round of applause. The Cullowhee Society, the Oconee Bell, Bedford Falls Foundation, HCA Healthcare, North Carolina Division, and the estate of Jerry D. Hensley. The Cullowhee Society, the Mountain Laurel Circle, Dave and Penny Roberts, Fred and Alice Stanbeck, and the estate of Deanna Marion. The Cullowhee Society, the Crested Iris Circle, the Jack and Judy Brinson Foundation, and Tad and Susan Grattan. The Madison Legacy Society, the estate of Charles Lombard Cobb, Terry and Vicki Fortner, Dennis and Susan Fox, Alan and Susan Henscher, Judy and Bob Martin, Melody and Nikki Mass, Kaylin and Michael McLam, David Moore and Darren Watley, Mary Stewart, Mitch and Ann Treadway, Regina Wade, Lisbeth and Tom Wicke, and the estate of Robert Cogden. Let's give them all a hand. Thank you. I'd now like to invite all of our current members of the Madison Legacy Society to please stand, and now all current members of the Cullowhee Societies to please stand. If you'd all please stand, please. Everybody who feels like they can stand or raise your hand, whatever, there you go. Each of you are important in the lives of our students and our university. Your support transforms lives. Thank you again for being here today. Your gifts make a difference that you'll never know. Thank you all very much. Thank you. I'd now, let's see, there we go. Now the WCU grounds crew helped us obtain the native plants that you see today and have been caring for them in the greenhouse. They're sitting there in the back. Thank you all very much, the greenhouse folks at the Richmond facilities. As Chair Greeley mentioned, they'll be planting some of them on campus as an enduring symbol of philanthropy. Some of the crew is joining us today, so please, when you get a chance, thank them for everything that they do on campus. And I'm sure that you will agree with me that we have one of the most beautiful campuses around. When you drive into this campus, I know you are very, very proud. I love seeing all the little paw prints, on campus with the shape of the paw and all the beautiful purple and gold. So we want to thank you all very much. And so please join me in recognizing their work. So let's thank them. Thank you all. Moving forward, as we turn our philanthropic attention to the new Fill the Western Sky comprehensive campaign, we need everyone, and I do mean everyone, from Catamount Nation to join us. This campaign is about the promises that propel our progress. We are invested in our student experience, and we respect and honor those who came before us. The sky's the limit for our potential, and we'll especially need our Giving Society members to be active and vocal ambassadors and advocates for Western Carolina University, telling the stories of impact that your gifts accomplished, much like what you heard today from Chair Greeley. We want you to tell those stories proudly and boldly. Do not be shy about this. Make sure everyone knows your story, what you're doing, and how you're giving back to Western. For example, one of the examples is Serenity Morgan, a recipient of the Ambassador Jeanette Hyde Study Abroad Scholarship. And this is what she said in quotes. Receiving this scholarship is particularly meaningful to me, as it will not only enable me to travel abroad for my first time in my life, but also create this unique experience to merge both my majors and passions into one experiential trip. With this support, I will have the incredible opportunity to study as an ecotourist in Costa Rica this summer, where I plan to immerse myself in both my fields of study. This trip will allow me to gain practical experience in parks and recreation management while enhancing my Spanish language skills through direct cultural engagement. I am sincerely thankful for this opportunity and the positive impact that it will have on my educational journey. And that is Serena Morgan's thanking for that Ambassador Jeanette Hyde Scholarship. I could easily share comments from many more of our students who benefit from these scholarships, but rather than me telling you secondhand, I want to introduce Elliott Kearns, a recent WCU graduate with a dual degree in international studies and history, to join me to share her stories in her own words. Elliott's words will resonate far beyond mine, so I close by simply saying thank you. Western Carolina University is grateful to each and every one of you that are here today, and I hope that you have been moved by your contributions and what you're making to helping our students, like Elliott, be able to call this place home. Elliott, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chancellor Brown. If you'll give me just a moment to find my notes. Thank you. Hello, my name is Elliott Kearns. I just graduated from Western Carolina University last month with a dual degree in International Studies and History. It is my honor to be here today and to share my story about my journey here at WCU. I enrolled at Western Carolina University with big hopes and dreams. I wanted to do it all during my college experience. I came into WCU in the fall of 2020, a year I am sure you remember all too well. This year brought hardships and challenges, but I was grateful because my experience was pretty unique. The majority of my classes were in person that year. It was this year that I had class with my favorite professor, Dr. Samuel McGuire, who became the reason I graduated as a history major. From my first year, I witnessed Western's donors' generosity. Western awarded me with the Chancellor's Madison Academic Scholarship, a scholarship which encouraged me to continue to persevere in my studies. I became a part of the Brinson Honors College from the beginning of my time at Western. I set my mind to maintaining excellent grades. Being a part of the Brinson Honors College only further motivated me to achieve my academic aspirations. I held myself to high standards in terms of academic performance, and the Brinson Honors College supported me in doing so. During my freshman year, I made it a goal of mine to graduate from WCU with zero college debt. I am very pleased and proud to say that this goal was achieved. I could not have done it alone, though. I had incredibly supportive family members who assisted me in my journey. Aside from them, though, were donors like you all, who so generously gave to students like me. Your donations and scholarships enabled me to make my goal from freshman year a reality upon graduating. I was very honored to have received scholarships, such as the Bill and Ruth Heiss Scholarship during my time at Western. I wish to express to you all how much that meant to me. Seeing hard work in the form of late night studying, faithfully attending classes, and maintaining excellent grades, rewarded through scholarships, was really encouraging. These generous gifts were messages to keep going and pursuing success. What an honor for a student such as myself to be acknowledged in such a monumental way. Thank you for honoring me in this way. Your generous donations freed me to continue to work hard to excel in my studies. I was not weighed down by the burden of financial debt. Your gifts were like a weight lifted off my shoulder, a voice telling me to keep going. You've got this. My junior year, I had the opportunity to represent Western Carolina University as one of the first David L. Boren Award winners from Western Carolina University. The Boren Award is a United States Department of State grant which fully funded a full academic year of Arabic study for me in Jordan. I could not have gone without the incredible support of WCU. Dr. Ingrid Bago worked tirelessly to assist me in the application process, and she and Mr. Robbie Van Pelt made absolute sure that my entire trip, as well as my return to WCU for my senior year, went seamlessly. I am grateful to have been backed by WCU and to have gotten the opportunity to represent them in the Middle East. In the fall of 2023, Western enabled my Model United Nations class to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for an MUN conference with dozens of other schools around the country. Thanks to Western, this trip was fully supported by Western Carolina University. Western offers a plethora of opportunities for getting involved in athletics, clubs, and ways to form community, have fellowship, and have fun. I wanted to be as involved as possible. I was sworn in as a Student Government Association governor my sophomore year. Rather ironically, I found out I received the Bourne Award a couple of weeks later and unfortunately had to step down from my position. I joined the WCU Women's Club soccer team as well as the WCU Club swim team. These teams provided a source of community as well as opportunities for leadership. I served as the secretary of the president of the swim club and then served as the vice president for the club soccer team. Aside from athletic involvement, I became a part of a Christian campus ministry called Reformed University Fellowship, through which I served on their leadership team. I co-led a small group of girls for 2 years. This past year, I also had the role of Freshman Connection, which involved inviting and welcoming freshmen to WCU and the ministry. I am thrilled to announce that I have accepted a full-time position with RUF and will serve with them for the next 2 years at the University of Oklahoma. I will work with students, meet with them one-on-one, and point them to the Lord. While this job is salary paid, this position is fully fundraised. The financial support Western donors provided enables me to pursue what I really want to do. I do not have the burden of college debt, which might inhibit me from accepting this position. I graduated summa cum laude from Western Carolina University with a 4.0 GPA. I was able to succeed in my academics due to your significant financial assistance. Thank you for supporting me and other WCU students as we strive for success at Western. Western has become like a second home to me, and like you, I plan to be a supporter of the university for many, many years to come. Thank you.
She didn't mention this to you, but Elliot she always shows up anytime we call, unless you're over in the Middle East. But oftentimes we are working with prospective donors or current donors, and anytime we call, Elliot is there to share her Western story with them. So thank you for joining us in this work that we do. We're very grateful. Lunch is just over there, so I will make this quick. It's incredibly important for us to hear directly from our students, such as you, about this life-changing impact that philanthropy can have on your educational journey, and we're grateful for your time today. It is you, our donors, who are helping students like Elliot pursue their dreams. I think you will agree that there is no grander undertaking than providing a helping hand to young people as they make their way along their path towards successful careers. I will close with a final word of gratitude to our donors. Thank you so much for your meaningful, transformative gifts. I hope that you're feeling loved and appreciated today from the students that you are supporting through your generosity. And finally, I need to thank some important partners across this campus. First, I know we've mentioned our grounds crew. Isn't it glorious on campus, the work that they do? Yep. I'm looking at many of you who walk this campus or run this campus for your exercise, and I guarantee you probably do it for warm memories and the beautiful flowers. So thank you for always providing a warm welcome for all of us each day. I want to name them by name: Nathan, Orlando, Joshua, Stephen, Tom, and Ben, who I don't see, but send our well wishes to them, and thank you for all you do. Also, thank you to the good folks in Catamount Catering, which you're about to enjoy, headed up by Jim Davis and Chef Melitza. They're preparing today's feast for you. And now, let's go and eat and enjoy each other's company. Thank you.